Hello friends, welcome to a rainy day here in Cloud City, the final city of the game. It is time for our final Pokemon battle here in Pokemon Y. Appropriately, we'll be facing Serena, our rival since the start, and at last she has her full team, but of course so do we. Hey K-Meister, will you have a battle with me? I think you're in for a surprise. Alright Serena, let's do it. My Pokemon and I will show you what makes us special. Here we go. So this is actually the highest level fight in the game. Unfortunately, there's no Pokemon League rematch like there are in other games. I can only assume they were keeping that for Pokemon Z, which was never actually finished or released. Pokemon ZA is, or Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out this summer, but yeah, so there's no rematch, and we are in the rain, which actually is going to make things a little bit interesting here. Weakening fire moves and whatnot, but alright. Let's do this. Meowstic is a Psychic type, so Moonblast it is. And Fake Out, just kind of wasting a turn, doing a little bit of damage. Probably won't matter too much though. Looks like Meowstic is faster, even without the priority. Not too surprising there, but Meowstic is not that strong. Critical hit. That might have made a difference. Not really sure how strong Meowstic's special defense is. Now Clefable has a good special defense stat. Fairy type versus Fairy type. Kind of wish I had Wish here, ironically. Which I did have at one point, but I decided to give up for Hidden Power. Because we might be able to outlast Clefable if we had Wish, but... Sing, that's annoying. Okay, the good news is we dodged it. I think Sing only has 55% accuracy, but of course it does put you to sleep, so... It can be a very annoying move. Ooh, special attack is lower. Okay, that's interesting. So Sing did hit that time. Just about 50-50. But let's stay in actually to see if we can eventually wake up, because with the special attack drop, Clefable is probably not too much of a threat. I say that as it uses Meteor Bash, which is a physical attack and super effective, so no wonder she brought in Clefable, but we might wake up this turn, so fingers crossed. Nope, fast asleep. Alright, well, that's okay, Annie. You did a lot of damage there. Took down one of her Pokemon, and knocked out a lot of HP on another. So Clefable's special attack is down, but its attack is up, so that's not great. Let's bring in Mist. We should be faster, I would think. And we should be able to knock Clefable out with Horn Leech, no problem. Alright, 2 down, 4 to go. Let's see who's up next. Flareon, although we are in the rain, so that kind of helps us here. We can't burn Flareon, unfortunately, but we can Leech Seed it. So let's go for that. Part of me feels weird having like our final battle in the rain with like an outside weather condition, but not really our final battle. I'll talk more about that at the end of the episode. Okay, so Bite is a super effective move that's not affected by the rain, unlike fire type attacks. Luckily, we should be able to survive 2, it looks like, as long as we don't flinch. Thanks to the Leech Seed healing. And there's a little more now, just to give us a bit of a buffer. And we are faster too, which means we can't actually be flinched. And down goes Flareon. Alright, awesome. I guess it wouldn't matter probably too much in the long run anyway. A Flamethrower, or I guess Flare Blitz would have done a lot more damage if it has Flare Blitz, but... Alright, sending in a Water type, it probably has Ice Beam. Let's just go for Horn Leech here. Oh, Dark Pulse. I always forget about Dark Pulse. Why do I always forget that it's also a Dark type? A lot of damage, but once again, we did not get flinched, which is awesome. And a one-hit knockout of her, I think, highest level? I could be wrong, actually. Actually, maybe not highest level, but her starter, one of her strongest. And we got a lot of health back thanks to our Big Root. And Altaria. Faced one of these not too recently. Now, Altaria could be physical or special. Let's start with Will-O-Wisp just in case it's a physical attacker. It is not. It is a special attacker, so I probably should have gone for Leech Seed there. But that's okay. Burn damage would still be nice anyway. And we'll go for Leech Seed next turn. Yes, I think Leech Seed and then Burn would have been the way to go. Would have gotten us a little more HP. We might have survived. How much is this doing? Okay, we actually probably can survive. Oh no, it dodged. Well, I think we can probably still survive one more attack regardless. But since we're probably only getting one more now, excuse me, let's go ahead and use Phantom Force. That should deal the most damage. Because even if we landed Leech Seed up, damage variation didn't matter. But even if we had landed Leech Seed, it wouldn't have done enough to help us survive anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring in... Let's bring in Vil. Dragon type versus Dragon type. And are we faster? I'm thinking we probably are. We are! Good job, Vil. Sorry, my voice is a little coarse because I was speaking a little often today. Okay, that leaves, I think, just one more Pokemon, right? Absol, who is not her highest level, but Absol does have a trick up its sleeve. Okay, a Dark type, nothing is super effective, so Dark Pulse it is. Yep, Serena as well has a Mega Evolution. I think only the third opponent we faced with Mega Evolution? Or did we face, like, one of them very early on? So I'm thinking of Lysander, Diantha, and now our rival. Alright, now I wonder if Mega Absol is going to be faster now. I can't remember if it gets a big speed boost or not. Because with that Sword Stance, it will be very, very strong. Nice Slash. It is fast, it is strong. Can we survive? Not quite. Yeah, we're pretty specially bulky, but that was a physical attack, so... Alright. I think the question here is going to be... Who is faster? And our only chance is going to be Talon. So let's go for it with Talon, and we'll go for High Jump Kick. It's super effective. And I was really hoping to hit there, because otherwise I feel really silly about not using like Dig. But this is the most damage for sure, so I want to be sure we would knock it out. And it's always fun to end things on a High Jump Kick. Good job, Talon. I'll think about what you did well and use this loss to make me better. K-Meister, this is for you. An Absolite. Very appropriate. I guess she has two of them. Hopefully she has two and isn't... Okay, yeah, I found two. I wanted to share them with you. Maybe we'll help show Lysander there's something to be hopeful for. And you can come and battle her here every day. I'm not sure what his message is, but again, if you want to see it, there's always the full Pokemon X Let's Play up on my channel. But this series is not over yet. Because there's no rematch, which kind of, I don't know, leaves me with a bit of an anticlimactic feel. I'm actually going to go ahead and trade the Pokemon over to Alpha Sapphire, sort of the other Gen 6 games, and we'll go ahead and do the Hoenn League with them, and maybe even the Wally final battle, just for some more fun with this team before we call it a day. Or call it a playthrough, I suppose. So we'll do that, and then I have plenty more games to play and plenty more LPs coming up, but not ready to get done with this team quite yet. So hopefully you guys will stick around. This is the end of, I guess, Pokemon Y boss battles, but we'll mix in a few more Pokemon Alpha Sapphire boss battles just for fun. So stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you guys. Take care. I will see you then.